YouTube, what's up guys? My name is Mitch. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I do a lot of car reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing the GTR, and I'm going to tell you 5 things that I hate about it. I just did a video that I did 5 things I love. So easy to pick those 5 things, but now I'm going to do 5 things that I hate, and this one's going to be a little bit more picky, so some people are going to like it and some people are going to not like it or disagree, but this is an easy 5 things that I don't like about the Nissan GTR. So let's go ahead and jump in. Since this car came out, the number one thing that I've not liked about the Nissan GTR is the headlights. So funny, but I've never liked these headlights. I think that for this type of car, they could have done such a better job. They honestly remind me of my CELICA GTS headlights, but not as aggressive. My CELICA GTS headlights are a lot more slanty, but on those, my GTS ones, I do not like on the CELICA. I don't really like those either unless you get aftermarket ones that are black housing. These ones are so chrome and just, oh my gosh, it's like the only thing you look at is this giant dated headlight. I cannot stand that. That looks so bad to me. It reminds me of a Nissan. It reminds me of the 350Z and the huge headlights. The first thing that I would do if I own this car is I would remove those headlights and get new headlights, because that's the number one reasons I don't like GTRs is the headlights. I never have. The front end is actually pretty aggressive, and on the later versions it actually looks really aggressive too. But on the headlights, there's still the thing that I don't like. That's the number one reason, the headlights. Yeah, so headlights are number one. I just don't really like the headlights. Number 2 is a similar thing that I have with my Evo. The gas mileage is not going to be very good on this. So if you buy this car to use it as like a daily driver that you're driving long distances, get a Prius or something like that, because this thing's not going to be good to you on gas. It's a V6, it's twin turboed, that makes a ton of power, and it's going to make all that power, you're gonna need a lot of fuel. And so that's one of the things that, you know, it's really nitpicky, and if you're buying this car for good gas mileage, you're buying this car for the wrong reason. But if that's something you're expecting from the Nissan GTR, you're not gonna get good gas mileage. You're gonna be at the pump all the time. Just like my Evo, I'm at the pump all the time. The fortunate thing about this car, it has a bigger tank than my Evo does. My Evo has such a small tank that I'm always there. If I go on a road trip with the Evo, like it's like 3 or 4 stops every time before you get to your destination. Versus this car, you can still get there because the tank's pretty big, but the gas mileage is not going to be great. So number 1, headlights. Number 2, do not like the gas mileage, but that's okay. So reason number 3 that I don't like it is, I don't know if you guys have ever been around a GTR, a lot of people haven't, or been around a Supra. If you go to see a Supra, the Supra, Toyota Supras, Mark 4, they look big on pictures, but they're not that big. They're actually pretty small. The same with even the Mark 5. They look big on pictures, but they're not that big. Park it next to a GTR and you'll see. The GTRs are huge. These are big cars. I'm not kidding you, they're wide and girthy in every single way. And that's one thing that you know, if you're wanting a nimble car, you are not going to get a nimble car from this. You are definitely going to feel the girth of the GTR. And so that's one of the things that if you kind of want everything in one, this will do it. It's a safer car, but it's not going to be able to feel that nimble, smaller car. It's just a big car. It'll take up a whole parking space as well. So that's one of the things that I don't like on this car, is that it could be just, if they just took the dimensions down just maybe an inch or 2 on the sides, in total it'd be a little bit better, a little bit more nimble, and I think it'd even look a little bit more sport. Another thing that these are really picky. I'm really picking because I love this car, and I've said this on other ones, is I like this car because it's super fast and crazy. People know what it is, even if you're not a car enthusiast, people do know what it is. But it doesn't really command like you're owning a luxury car. It still kind of has the reputation of being like a kid's sports box car, the Nissan box car. So if you're buying a car like this for power and for like, look at me, I'm rich, you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get the Nissan GTR, I'm rich, from older people. Now, you are from like tuner people like me that likes this car, you're gonna be like, dang, that guy's baller, because they are pretty expendy cars. They're all about, I don't know, 50,000 to 70,000, right around in the United States. And you're gonna spend 50,000 to 70,000 on a car like this. A lot of times 50,000 to 70,000 on a like a 10-year-old car like this one is gonna get you something really nice. Like maybe an Aston Martin, which you'll get that kind of look. Maybe an EVORA, like the Lotus EVORA that I want. You can even buy for $70,000, you can buy like a used Gallardo or a used McLaren, some older McLarens. So if you're going out and buying this car to get like, oh, I'm rich, you won't get that. And I kind of like it and I kind of don't. So whatever side you go on it, that's number 4. is if you buy a $70,000 car, sometimes you want it to look like a $70,000 car. This doesn't look like a $70,000 car. It looks awesome if you're a car enthusiast, but it doesn't look like it's $70,000. Okay, we're now driving the GTR. The fifth and final reason that I don't like the GTR. So I almost bought one of these, a red one of these, about 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And the reason I didn't like it is the transmission makes this weird clunky noise. So we're currently in the automatic mode. That's what the little A is right there. But I'm gonna have you guys kind of listen to this. They make this. This is normal for the GTR. But so as it upshifts, it's pretty good. So that doesn't make any noise. But listen to this. Do you guys hear that? It's like, it's so clunky. And it's always on, they're normal. That's what normal, I mean, that's what it sounds like from Nissan, from the factory. All right, so listen to this. Just listen to this. Do you guys, it's so mechanical. It's crazy. Now, this is a better sounding one than I've actually been in. I've been in, I don't know, 5 to 10 GTRs in my life. And that is one of the biggest pet peeves I've had, is this Nissan GTR transmission is so clunky, and it makes this insanely clunky noise that it actually deterred me from buying one originally until I did a little bit more research. And then I found out that you definitely do want to get the later version of the Nissan GTR, because that does have an issue. Funny enough, I accidentally pulled the trunk up. That's one thing though I do actually love. I never mentioned this. I do love the size of this trunk. But those are 5 reasons why I don't like the Nissan GTR. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I love this car. The transmission was the thing that really scared me, and there is a lot of talk about it on the first versions. But if you buy the later version, I think you're plenty okay with that. And I see people just launch these things day over day, and that's crazy to me that a car like that is gonna hold up. A car like this with so much power. So I really do love this car. I still sometimes wish I would have bought that one a while ago. It was a really good deal, and it was red. I love the red ones. But yeah, these are 5 things that I didn't like about the GTR. Easy. If you guys go out and buy this car, you're gonna love it. I mean, you can pick little things apart about it, like maybe the quality of the build is not as great as a Lamborghini, but it's a Nissan at the end of the day. It's just a top Nissan, and for the bang for the buck, I promise you can't get this. And it's like the Godzilla. It's the top of the top. You can't get any better than this. So make sure to hit the like button, guys. Subscribe. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I'll see you on the next video.